Hey guys, it's White Dual Threat coming at you today with day 3 and 4 of Clan War Leagues. We've had some tough matchups the last 2 days, so this video is going to be really talking about the ways that you can try to fix attacks when they go wrong. Because I've had some attacks go wrong in the last 2 days. So basically, we're just going to be going over that, and then we have the probably the luckiest defense I've ever seen in my life that we're going to show you is actually from day 1 and 2 of Clan War Leagues, but I didn't show you it then, so I'm going to show you it now. So first things first, I'm actually going to show you that defense because it was pretty epic. So it's right here. It's 1 star, 99%. It was on our number 2, which is my brother, the other White Dual Threat, the other half of White Dual Threat, and it was a Town Hall 13 that actually attacked it, and this was from the clan My Tribe, and they wrecked us. They're a really good clan. So you got Wreck Rule attacking, starting with the Queen Walk on the bottom. Got a baby dragon to funnel. So the I guess I would say the risk of attacking from the opposite side of the town hall is that you might not get the town hall, and the town hall is going to be activated by the time you get there. So it's high risk, high reward, and as you guys could tell before, this is going to be a high risk play, and it's not going to pay off. But as you can see, the Grand Champions going in, or Royal Champions going in, level 3, so not huge. This person's probably a pretty new Town Hall 13, so about a pretty even hit actually. They got the bat spells going in, and this is where things kind of get messed up for this attack. We got an E-Drag in the CC, which we actually use because it's really cheap. Not because it's super good in the CC. I think triple Ice Golem's the best CC, or 2 Ice Golems and some Archers. Pretty good, but in this case, they weren't expecting the E-Drag in the CC, and so it just kind of wrecks. I mean, the chains are really good, so at this point, you can see the Town Hall's activated. The E-Drag cleared out all that stuff right there. The bats didn't get as much value as they probably wanted. The Multi-Inferno kind of ate them up. But, I mean, they got a little 65 King, Queen, 41 Warden, just walking around with a bunch of support. So, I mean, it still looks pretty good for them. Still got the Warden ability, still got the Queen ability, still got a free spell. And, I mean, you can just tell this E-Drag is just actually wrecking, which doesn't happen too often. They're pretty easy to take out if you're expecting them, or even if you're not expecting most time. But I'll actually show you one of my attacks gets messed up from E-Drag also. So, that's going to be little bit, and that's gonna be next in the video. But as you see, the warden is just not targeting the town hall because she's targeting whatever the rest of the troops are targeting. So this town hall is just wrecking everything as it's going by. It's just walking around, and that's kind of what the purpose of this base is. If you come from the bottom, you're just gonna have to walk around the town hall unless you go straight into the town hall from the beginning. And we still got the E-Drag going. The Queen's gonna focus on the E-Drag. Without the E-Drag, this is gonna be an easy 3-star. But E-Drag's down, the Queen goes down, the King has an open lane, and so it's going to be King versus Town Hall right here. The Town Hall's got 3/4 health, the King's got a little bit of health, and I mean, this was just, I really thought that the King was going to get it right here. But as you can see, King does not get it done, and this is a 1-star, 99.98% or something like that. Crazy good defense. I mean, it ended up not mattering because, I mean, my trap just, they wrecked us. They're a lot better than us as far as their bases and stuff like that, and so they did a really good job. It sucks that we got matched with them, and actually got a message from the leader of this tribe, kind of correcting my. There was a mistake. I was talking about the engineer base, and the engineer bases are really cool. I wasn't trying to like throw any shade at the engineer bases because they actually have no effect in the Clan War Leagues matching. It's completely random once you're in this league. So that was something I learned, that the rankings aren't totally based off of the levels of your clan war weight and stuff like that, like regular wars are. So going to day 3, as you see today, we're also getting smacked. We got smacked in day 3 by Super Clusters, another pretty good clan. Just for comparison, they had 8 Town Hall 13s, and their Town Hall 10s go all the way, or 12s go all the way. Let's see. Is this guy Town Hall 12? No, it's an 11. I mean, basically, you see they have more Town Hall 12s, and then way more 11s and 10s than we do. So it was tough. We did the best we did. I mean, we literally had 8 guys that just could not even attack for a star, so they didn't attack. But we're going to jump into my raid. We really didn't have that good of raids either today, so it was tough. But looking at this base, this is a pretty good Town Hall 13. You got all the scatter shots, Eagle, Inferno Tower, Expos all maxed for Town Hall 13 already, or at least I think most they all are, yeah. So and then the heroes minus the Warden's only 44, and the Grand Champions or Royal Champions only 12. So I mean, this is a pretty good Talent 13 base, and honestly, looking at it with Queen Charge Lalo, I thought I could smack this base just based off the way it's set up. All the air defenses are on the bottom down here. My plan was to get the Queen into this section right here, take out the Town Hall, take out these two Expos, and then actually break her into this area and take down the Eagle. And then from this compartment right here, I'd be able to reach this multi, this sweeper, this expo, this scatter shot, and maybe this scatter shot. So I had a very bold queen walk planned for this, and we'll talk about how I messed up in a second. But just Clan War Leagues is difficult because it's fresh hits on bases. You can't scout, or you don't really know where all the traps are. And we'll see. We'll go ahead and get into it. I dropped the archer right here, or the wall breaker right here, to see if there's any bombs right there for my wall breaker. So I dropped the queen to tank for these wall breakers I'm about to drop. I got the wizard over here funneling, the king funneling down here. The king's actually going to walk all the way down here and take out the royal champion, just like I wanted. So right now everything's going perfect. Got my rage, and right here is kind of where we start to mess up. They got these air skeletons right here. I didn't expect that in a tornado trap. I put this rage down so the queen would walk up, and then the healers would walk up into the rage. So it's kind of more value for a rage because the queen is raged for a further duration, so she'll be raged all the way until she gets up to right here. Whereas if I rage it right here and just get the healers in, the queen isn't going to be raged as long. So you'll see pro players walk the queen up in a rage, but then I drop a test loon, and you see a Seeking Air Mine, a red bomb pop up, more air skeletons. So my queen's taking care of these air skeletons, and this is one of the things that don't really like. I had a loon pop this black mine right here, and then my loon goes down, and so it just floats over to my healers. Even though my healers didn't target it, don't really like that part of the game, but I mean, you just kind of deal with it. So I'm already down a healer. Not really good for when you want a queen walk to walk that far. And this is where, if I were to change something right here, I would have dropped a couple more test loons, because I should have known with all those three traps right there that there were going to be more. And so I get the Town Hall down. I have to rage the queen again. I mean, she's just getting too much damage. Probably could have raged her again. I already lost a healer. So I rage her again, getting going. And then the healers are taking damage from this archer tower over here because the queen's not tanky anymore. So I'm losing right there. More air skeletons, which are just super annoying and taking up time for my queen. Another red bomb and another black bomb. So if I drop a loon, see, I was testing a loon over here trying to get this arch tower out. If I drop one over here and grab those bombs right there, would have made a pretty big difference. But I'm already basically down 3 healers. So I think there's two healers left, which is not good for a queen walk. And then another black bomb pops up and hits another healer. So I'm down to 1 healer. And at that point, my queen dies because 1 healer, 2 healers under rage is just not going to stop him from 2 expos hitting and a warden hitting and an arch tower hitting. So at this point, the raid is messed up. There's way too many traps up there at the top than I thought there would be. I needed to at least get one of these sweepers out with my queen walk, and I didn't get it. So at this point, I'm just salvaging the 2-star. So I'm going to start with my my Lalo over here. And the original plan was to have all these buildings out here taken out, so the Lalo would just sweep through right here. But as you'll see, the Lalo is going to go up here into the Warden, and it's just going to mess up the pathing. I didn't get enough with the Queen. And so, I mean, it's a solid 2-star against a pretty good base, but it's just kind of disappointing because I really thought I had a really good plan to 3-star it, and that's the problem with the Clan War Leagues is you don't really know where any of the traps are. If I would say if this was regular war and I had someone scout this base for me by attacking it and finding all those air skeletons up there and those bombs up there, I could have easily had a bunch of loons testing exactly where they were, knowing where all the spots for the bombs were, or I could have just done another strategy. I could have done this space would actually really been good for Queen Charge Miner because it seemed like every skeleton was set on air, and so if there's no ground skeletons, miners really just wrecked. I mean, that's the only thing that stops miners is the ground skeletons. So, I mean, with that being said, it was a 2-star. I mean, you always, as long as it's not a 1-star, it's pretty decent. But I thought I had a plan for a lot better attack. So I mean, that just kind of is how our clan war leagues are going right now. It's pretty tough being outmatched, and honestly, I probably didn't have good Royal Champion placement on that either. I haven't used her much because I've just been upgrading her nonstop, and so now I finally have her. I'm kind of figuring out how to use her. Now, War 4, this is today. Again, we're losing. I mean, these people have Town Hall 12s all the way down to 17, so we have Town Hall 10s matched up with Town Hall 12s. So, I mean, it's really tough. We actually got CR 16s attacking at 27 right now, and that's probably about an even match for them, and that's going to be a 3-star. So we have to attack down for as many stars as we can. We're probably going to end up, we're in 5th right now, and the people we're playing against right now are actually 6th, but they haven't faced, the first clan we faced was OS Bad Boys, who are in last. So we got kind of some stars from that. We're not going to fall out of this league because we're going to finish probably 6th. But, I mean, we really haven't had good attacks in this one either. But going over my attack, I tried a Queen Charge Hog attack, which, looking at this base, is perfect for Queen Charge Hog. And, I mean, I actually have really good execution in this. But it's just going to be kind of annoying, the hog, what happens in this raid. And the E-Drag, this is the one where I fail because basically the E-Drag just has great AI in this, and I don't understand why. But going into this is not a max Town Hall 13. It's just got the scatter shots, really, and the Royal Champion, and it's probably barely a max Town Hall. I guess, I mean, it's a max Town Hall 12 with the scatter shots down, and that's basically it, and a couple hero levels. So nothing too scary right here. I actually have a really good plan, and we're going to go into it right here. So I want to queen walk this whole middle area right here, get all this stuff out, take out the enemy queen. So I'm funneling down here, just dropping a test loon for the baby dragon to get some value out. Got the king going down here, take out the queen. I probably should have waited for the queen to get up more here so he wouldn't have walked so far in. But I mean, that shouldn't have been too big of a problem because he didn't really funnel out this area. And looking back, if I had to change one thing about this raid, I probably would have funneled with a wizard up here. Because as you'll see in a minute, my queen, she gets too close to this Inferno Tower she wasn't supposed to get to. So I drop a couple hogs in to try to, I freeze it and I drop a couple hogs in to try and take out this Inferno. And I dropped 1 few. I needed 4. Dropped 3. I thought 3 could handle it, but it couldn't. So, but now the queen's out of range, so that doesn't even matter. That Inferno doesn't really matter. Queen's doing her thing, but I know on this one to drop 4, which I will in a second. Now this is where it kind of gets, I would have rather the queen walk down here. That's kind of what she was supposed to do. That's why I'm saying I would have funneled these buildings had I known better. I mean, this elixir collector is almost dead anyway. If that would have been down, she would have walked down this air defense, and basically everything just would have been perfect. But the queen walks up, drop a test hog in case there's a giant bomb over there, then drop some more hogs, take out this single Inferno so it doesn't wreck my queen. I lure the CC by putting a hog down here. And, I mean, it's an E-Dragon balloons. Usually, that's super easy for the queen to get through. I mean, like, really easy for the queen to get through. Drop poison, and the E-Drag usually doesn't get attack off. But for some reason, the E-Drag decides to target onto my healers instead of my queen. And this is where the problem comes in. I drop poison. I'm like, all right, my queen's going to take down these loons, and it's going to take down this E-Drag. Doesn't happen. So, I'm actually not even looking at this right now. I have my queen raged, full health, 5 healers with the ability. So I'm focused over here. I got my wall wrecker going into the middle. It's going to break in the middle, and then it's going to take out this eagle and then town hall because I have a P.E.K.K.A. and a ice golem in there. And then I have the hogs going through here, and the plan is for them to sweep around the outside. And I have my warden and my royal champion on that. So the royal champion, the whole point of having the royal champion with the hogs is that it's going to take out this enemy royal champion. And it's going to take out like any ground skeletons that are just bugging the hogs, anything else that's hitting the hogs. And the hogs basically tank for the royal champions. It's a really good combination. But we look over here, my queen just still doesn't want to go attack the E-Dragon. I don't really understand why. But, I mean, the E-Drag just wrecks the healers, and the king wrecks the queen. And then this tornado trap, really well placed, pushes my hogs inside, and my hogs actually go into the middle because this eagle wasn't down yet, which is, awful. Because I popped my Morden ability over the scatter shot to help tank for the hogs, and then the hogs would have just ran through the rest of this base because I had 2 more heals. Would have been super easy for the hogs, but they decided to go in the middle. I'd already had popped my Warden ability, and I drop a heal over the Town Hall because my hogs are about to get wrecked. They got the Town Hall popping on them, and then you got a scatter shot hitting them along with a Wizard Tower, and then, I mean, they just don't really recover from that. A big bomb, I mean, it's just everything just kind of goes wrong right there. So 2 like key things just bad happened in that raid, and it just messed up the entire raid. And honestly, if those things go perfect, this base is smacked by that attack. Because I mean, there's not that many defenses left in the first place. The E-Drag is still alive. I mean, that just kind of made me mad. I don't understand how that E-Drag lived the raid. The Queen just never wanted to go hit it. But I mean, whatever. It wasn't a bad attack, but just a couple things going wrong. I think if I funnel that 1 elixir collector at the beginning, the Queen walks in further, the E-Drag targets on the Queen because the Queen is technically closer than the E-Drag. And I mean, then at that point, that's a good attack, and that's a 3-star. But like I said, these guys are way ahead of us too. So this is tough. We're doing our best. We're trying whatever we can do to try to get as many stars as possible, but it's tough. So yeah, so I mean, that's what we're doing this war. Not too good. I'll have another video showing 5, 6, and 7 all in one video, and then after that is done, I'll start showing some farming raids. I have a new Dark Elixir army I'm using to help get Golden Elixir because I'm grinding these walls out. I think I've done like 6 or 7 since last video. So I mean, I've been working on those walls out because I want to get those walls done. I think I'm actually going to come in with a Yeti Smash also for War 5. Don't even care what base it is. I think I'm just going to do it because I have Yetis unlocked. Yetis maxed out. I'll pop a power potion and use the siege barracks for it. So that's going to be some content you guys will be looking forward to in the next couple wars. I'll probably just be doing Yeti Smash, show you guys how to do that. And yeah, so that's going to do it for me today. If you guys enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.